How to create an index search query file archiving job. An index search query file archiving job allows you to archive data. With this file archiving option, if you also want to search archive data, you must perform a separate file indexing job first. To create an index search query file archiving job in Admin, select File Archiving from the navigation tree on the left-hand side. After selecting File Archiving, the Job Type dialog box automatically pops up. Thereafter, you can give your job a name. Then, choose Index Search Query and click Create. The newly created job will appear in the navigation tree on the left under File Archiving. Select the job to open it up. To begin, select the Criteria tab in the top middle portion of the screen. You will see that default settings are pre-configured. While you can leave these as is, changes can also be made. The first options on the Criteria tab are Data Source and Output Destination. From the Data Source dropdown, select the indexing location created previously. Then, under Output Destination, change the location and then click Find to locate the archiving location previously created. The next items are Delete from Source after archiving and Incremental archiving. Delete from Source will allow you to delete items from the original repository after they have been archived. With Incremental archiving, you can choose to archive data not archived since the last job was run on the specific dataset, or you can choose to archive all content since inception by deselecting the checkbox. You can also choose to select a specific date for archiving under retention. With retention, you can apply a flag to archived messages, indicating the period archived should be retained by setting the number of days relating to the retention policy already established, including the proper date field for the policy. The Criteria tab also allows for applying a legal hold to the job, which will trigger the job to search for users already placed under a hold within search, and will enable real-time indexing, which is enabled by default under indexing and makes it possible to search archives. The last item on the Criteria tab is Filter Value. This will allow you to refine the scope of the documents you want to archive by using the Advanced Search query to do so. Here, you can use keywords or apply regex to limit the scope. Once you're all set, making your selections on this tab, click Save in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Next, select the Job Settings tab. First, input a description for your index search query file archiving job. Then set a job priority, choosing from low to high, with normal being the default. If jobs are running concurrently, by making a selection here, you can control which job in the queue is selected next. The next item on this tab is to set a schedule. Here you can select the time of day and then choose between daily, weekly, and/or specify a date or every X number of minutes. You can also choose to run now if you wish to run the job immediately. In the User section on the Job Settings tab, you can archive all user accounts or select specific user accounts. To archive all users, leave the checkbox All Users from Location selected. To specify accounts, deselect the option All Users from Location and then click Select. When the dialog box pops up, several options appear. You can choose to list users by user ID filter or list users by type, including all, users only, or groups only, or to list users by groups or SSV file. Let's select the List Users button in the upper left. Once they populate in the box, click Add and then click OK to save. Now, The job will run according to the schedule set, unless otherwise directed. If you'd rather, you can click Run Now, and the job will run immediately. The Log Setting tab is next. This provides options of configuring detailed logs to assist with troubleshooting later on. Should you wish to enable any of these items, you can change the selections here. Any selections you make will then allow you to run reports. If you've enabled logging, you can view reports collated from your data directly from the Reports tab. These reports include a myriad of items and include start and end times, status, errors, and warnings. The fields displayed on the reports can be edited, and statistics for each individual account can be viewed by clicking the plus sign in the time column. Failures encountered during processing can also be reviewed and investigated, among many other things. This concludes the video on creating an index search query file archiving job.